So, who here likes Subway?
It's definitely not a go-to.
Yeah.
You know, but if it's around and that's the only thing to eat.
In college it was a deal, so I ate a lot of Subway, but because I was too poor to afford it.
$5 footlong.
Oh yeah. And the $5 footlong selection was good still.
And if you stack it enough, you can actually have 2 meals.
Yeah, if you you split in the middle and then you eat one. I would eat one at the beginning of lecture, and then at the end of lecture I'd eat another one before I drove home.
Yeah, Subway is only for college, I think, yo.
But I just don't understand how they had freshly stale bread. You know what I mean?
And they said it's just out of the oven. I'm like, how?
It comes out of the oven and it's like, ooh, and then you bite into it, you're like, what the fuck, bro?
It has to be hot, yo. If it's not hot,
You could toast it.
Toast it. Yeah.
True.
I always love how it looks like they're about to put a lot of tomatoes on my sandwich, and then they throw all the tomatoes back in the bin, and they only put like 3 tomatoes on my sandwich.
Because they get the whole stack and they go,
I was so close to getting exactly what I wanted, and then they just chuck them all back in.
It's kind of weird to want a lot of tomatoes, though.
yeah, I want
I want a lot.
I'm weird.
No, it's not that you're weird. It just you don't hear that very often.
They didn't put enough tomatoes. I've never heard.
I heard extra olives, extra lettuce, pickles. Never heard the extra tomatoes.
is that your favorite topping?
Tomatoes?
I like tomatoes a lot. I didn't know I was real.
Do you feel like you could eat a whole tomato full? Like a
No. It's got to be sliced up, and it got to be in a sandwich or like with fajitas or something.
How many tomatoes you get in your burgers? Like a bunch of them?
Like, do you ask for extra?
Like a whole tomato.
Like only like 5?
Oh, okay.
No way. 5 slices of tomato.
No, like 2. Like 2 max.
All right, so what are they putting on your Subway?
Well, no. So if you get a foot long sandwich, I expect every bite to have tomato in. That's all.
But they put 4.
It shouldn't be like a pickle where it's like once in a while.
It's elusive.
You know, like pickles, olives, all these extras. They're like, I got one of those. It's like a little toy at the end of my cereal box.
It should be consistent all the way through.
Yeah, but a tomato, lettuce, those, and meat should be all the way through.
All the way through.
Same with cheese.
But then their lettuce always sucks. It always tastes like it was in a metal can for some reason.
Why?
You know?
I don't know.
Did you see where they pulled it out from? It's a metal tin.
Is it a metal tin?
Does it
Yeah,
absorb
no,
the metal?
You know the cold, or isn't? I thought it was like a metal cold thing.
It's different on certain places. Some places it's plastic, it's see-through plastic.
It's like metal, right?
I'm like, it tastes like metal, yeah.
The edges are brown.
You see the guy with the hook hand putting it in your sandwich.
Metal. The metal hands man every time.
It's a pirate.
He's an out-of-work James Bond villain.
I don't like seeing when they break the sandwich magic.
What is the sandwich magic?
So like, you know when you think about like tuna, you think, oh cool, like can, mayonnaise, someone's mixing it or whatever. One time they ran out of it and they're like, oh, can I get more tuna? And there's a bag full of already like squishy stuff, and they just pop it open, and then now they just go like that and put on a sandwich, and I'm like, they should have got the cold cut trio.
Art, that's a fucking.
Yeah, that's true.
What you just did in the industry is called a fucking layup, my friend, because they just tested Subway sandwiches in many different locales. Like they took it from a bunch of different Subways from a bunch of different places, and they tested the tuna fish sandwich and found no tuna DNA.
No fucking
No
way.
tuna?
So what is
It's a fucking bag of squish.
It's vegan.
What?
Pivot!
Fucking
Cruelty-free assholes. You guys cool with that, huh?
Wait, there's no tuna in the tuna?
They said they did a DNA test.
I never tried the tuna.
So it's like the impossible meat.
It tastes
but fish.
good, but I don't know what
it is?
But it's not advertised that. When you order it, it's called the tuna fish sandwich.
Is it fish?
Yeah, tuna fish.
No, it's not, because it's vegan. It says,
No, he was
oh, I was like, oh shit.
That's how I justify.
Is it a different
I
fish?
went the next day in order to.
They don't know. They said no amplifiable tuna DNA was present in this sample.
Huh.
What
They
is it?
believe that it was so heavily processed that the DNA from the tuna wasn't identifiable,
Tuna flavor.
Pretty much.
or that no
Imitation
tuna was
tuna.
used.
I want to know what it actually is though, because I'm curious what fish it is, or if it is a fish at that
It's
point.
probably just a bunch of different kinds of fish, huh?
Because the tacos at Jack in the Box I heard had no meat in it. It was some.
No, I thought that was Taco.
Soy or
Wasn't that like
whatever.
Taco Bell that was like, oh, now with 100% real beef, and everyone was like, wait, what the fuck was it before?
What were you feeding me for years?
McDonald's had to do that. Claim now 100%. Like,
Oh yeah, the chicken nuggets, right?
Yeah.
so what was
When
it?
they start bragging about something, you gotta be like, Let's back up like 5 steps.
You shouldn't be bragging. Yeah, you shouldn't be bragging about 100%. It's like, oh, now 100% water. Like, what do you mean? What was it before?
What if it was like a lower percentage? Now 78% meat.
Yeah. Or now they're like, this is farm raised now, and we're like, wait, what the fuck was it?
You peek behind the curtain, there's just some
Now humanely slaughtered.
Let me die.
So they don't know what it is?
They said that it was probably so processed that the DNA wasn't identifiable or that no tuna was used.
Because a murderer can go on a scene and fucking like that, right? And the fucking detective's like, ah, I know your DNA. That means no tuna even scratched their head.
That means whoever the fuck is processing this shit, like, they need to hit up some serial killers and be like, hey, you need to dispose of some bodies. It's not even gonna fucking turn up as human, bro.
Kill him with tuna.
Oh.
Kill him with a Subway tuna fish sandwich. We don't even know what the murder weapon was.
We have this mayo smirk, like smashed face, and just be like, I guess this one's gonna remain unsolved, boys.
We got 48 hours.
All these assassins use a can of tuna to fucking lather up their skin before they do a fucking job.
Cold case. Add to the cold case pile.
Yeah.
After the cold cut.
Gotta
Well,
get that.
$5 though, right? It's like you get a tuna fish sandwich for $5.
I'll just eat anything else.
It comes in a bag.
From the ocean to the Subway store in fucking Arizona.
Yeah.
For $5.
Yeah. There's some fuckery about, huh?
Somebody said most tuna isn't tuna. Like that kind of tuna, canned tuna and shit.
Really?
Yeah. Like unless it's fucking red, raw tuna, you can't say that it's tuna.
I don't think I've ever had real tuna.
What?
On sushi?
You never had sushi?
Oh, I've had sushi. Okay.
I think they use albacore.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people.
So it's not like the bluefin and the,
Oh, it says turtle.
the tuna, the ahi tuna. I think it's albacore, which looks like tuna.
Yeah.
I miss when they used to use dolphin instead because it actually tasted much better.
Yeah.
Good protein too. Good protein.
No dolphin.
They're like now with no dolphin.
Yeah. What is that about?
Have you seen commercial fishing?
Some cans have no dolphin. Some.
Some
You never know which one.
Not all the cans. Just some, bro.
So I feel like the way they make it is they just get the whole ocean in a net, throw it in a fucking blender, and can it.
And you put a cute cartoon character on the front.
Yeah.
It's tuna.
Who kind of looks like a dolphin, kind of. You know what I mean?
Now without endangered species.
What if I want more endangered species?
Well, what about the mermaid one? We're eating mermaid for that one, right?
For sure.
And it's like chicken sea or something.
Chicken of the sea.
If there was a mermaid ever, we factory farmed it and threw it in with to tuna cans.
Oh, it's gone.
We killed the species.
Tasted delicious.
But Subway came back and they're like, actually, we use skipjack and yellowfin tuna, and there's no truth to the allegations, even though you DNA sampled multiple Subway locations.
Skipjack.
What the fuck is a skipjack?
I don't know, it's kind of tuna, I guess.
Yellowfin tuna you could get off the coast here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That says tuna in the name, so I'll believe that. But the skipjack, that's
Skipjack tuna.
Skipjack tuna.
It's a thing.
thing.
How about that?
Dude, Subway probably is one of the most shadiest companies of all time. Like with their track record, they had Jared, right? And then now they had. Did they say Yoga Mat was like in their fucking like bread? They had the same chemicals that they would use for yoga mats would be found in their bread.
who tested that?
I don't know. This is just a rumor, and I have no
It
evidence.
does taste like yoga mat.
Exactly.
It's very squishy, right? It's like, and then now they're saying that tuna is not even real tuna. So like, they're 0 for 3 right now.
But who's saying it? Do we even know where this lab is?
From TikTok. TikTok is saying this.
New York Times lab.
New York Times lab.
Yeah, New York
Oh.
Times lab.
This is what they're spending their money on funding to research.
They got labs over there?
Yes. Well, the New York Times did a lab test, right? So they
Paid a lab.
Yeah, they paid a lab, exactly. They picked up samples and they sent them to different
Independent third-party lab concluded that.
Exactly.
Someone at the New York Times was bored and decided to test the tuna.
Apparently, there's no more stories to write about.
I just hope there's a class action lawsuit for all the consumers to get a win.
Yeah.
That always feels good when I get those letters in the mail.
Dude, Red Bull. Do you get your class action from Red Bull?
No.
Because it doesn't give you wings. I'm not even shitting you. That was one of the like.
No way.
What?
Because their advertisement was it gives you wings and like a joke and shit like that, and then somebody like took them to court and says it doesn't actually give you wings, and then you got a notice from like Red Bull saying, like, or from this like law firm was like, oh, if you've bought Red Bull in the past fucking how many years or whatever since they've been doing this campaign, you might be entitled to like $6.
Because you didn't get weed.
That's smart as fuck if you think about it, because that's an indefinite statement. It gives you wings. No, the fuck it doesn't. And when people get that in the mail, nobody's gonna be like, oh yeah, let me jump on this. So you get all the money from that.
Yeah.
That person's a fucking genius.
We'll talk about
I'm gonna think about every slogan now. See where I can finesse.
Taco Bell's was south of the border, right? Go south of the border.
Run for the border.
Run for the border.
That was their slogan, huh?
I remember that. Yeah.
It doesn't promise anything though.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't age as well.
I ended up in a Mexican prison because Taco Bell told me to run for the border.
That's something.
Boom.
Is it still Run for the Border?
I don't
I don't know.
Liv Moss.
Oh yeah, it's Liv Moss.
Yeah.
Liv Moss.
I did not live as Moss after I had Taco Bell.
I never had.
I lived the same amount.
I feel more Moss though. I feel more Moss. Way more Moss.
The toilet definitely got more Moss.
I think Ryan knows all the slogans for all the fast food restaurants.
What's Del Tacos go?
Del Taco.
Del Tacos, we're so sorry.
Joe knows that. No, Joe's mad because he's like, Del Taco's my shit.
I don't eat a Del Taco though. I eat too much at Taco Bell.
Love Del Taco.
What's El Pollo Locos?
Yo quiero el pollo loco.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what
they
it was.
have
I
one.
forgot.
The Pollo Loco has one.
Home of the yellow chicken.
Yep, that was it. Home of the yellow chicken.
I've never seen what it is.
You know what Dairy Queen's is? I think it's Chill and Grill.
Chill and grill.
I think so.
That makes sense. That actually refers to what they provide for you.
Pretty straightforward. What about A&W's?
Beer,
Root beer floats.
root beer and fear.
Root beer and fear.
Our bathrooms are closed.
Go to the gas station.
I liked it when they were always combined with KFC because I get the fried chicken and the root beer float together.
What a combo.
Dude, going to KFC and Pizza Hut was always.
Oh, so good.
Yo, there used to be a Taco Bell Pizza Hut,
I
right?
know they had Taco Bell pizza. I never.
Do you guys remember the Pizza Hut restaurants where you can sit down and they'll take your order?
And it's in the shape of a hut.
Yeah.
That was sick.
And they had like those red checkered tablecloths, like an Italian restaurant.
And there was an arcade in every single one
Yep.
because people would have the birthday parties.
And they have dessert pizza,
dude.
the one with the cinnamon and the frosting on it.
And they had like, what was that game, California USA or whatever the fuck?
Oh, with the driving?
Yeah, the driving game. Cruising USA.
Cruising
USA.
And it was always sticky every time, and every single one looked like it was like, oh god, like get a petri dish out, take a sample of
The
that
whole arcade smelled like cheese, that's for sure.
every single time.